Hi guys, good morning, good evening, good day to everyone. This is Maskole Dila. It's my first time I'm studying this, so I may not be that perfect on doing it, but I felt in my heart to share like my stories with you and my journey with the Lord and how God impacted my life. And also there's an element that I was exposed to the things that I believe that are the things that are defining, no, defiling your puritans, and like things like pornography and masturbation. Let me just try to just to make a long story short. I'm from Engcobo. I grew up in the villages. I'm not a township boy. I grew up in the villages. One of the things of growing in the village, when you grow up, you don't have like cell phone. You don't have those things. And I remember back like 2006, it's where I got saved and accepted Jesus Christ as the Lord of my Savior of my life. Prior to that time, I was not doing well even at school. I was not doing well in the classes. I was not doing well. I remember I failed standard 1 5 times. People who grow up with me, they will tell you that I was the oldest in the class. And I received Jesus Christ in 2006, and I keep growing. But around 2008, that's when I begin to grow a little bit, and some of my friends have like cell phones. They had an access to cell phones. They have their own cell phones, so that in their home they could afford to buy them cell phones. In those days, there were those phones called E250, V360, and and the Nokia Xperia. That was, in those days, it was a very trending niche of cell phones, like cell phones that were very much louder, and like the cell phones that could take beautiful pictures in those days, high quality, that were affordable for people in the village. So those phones started to creep in. People started to own phone. By then, I have no phone. But one of my friend, when he borrowed me his phone at school, I saw some videos like this. There was a pornography here, videos on pornography. I see them, and then I watch. Oh, these people are doing sex. On the video, on the cell phone. I have no idea how he get those videos on his phone, and then that's where I begin to be exposed on those things. Like I was. That's where, and then as time goes by, I believe that it stayed at the back of my mind, those things, because sometimes when during the break we will go and they will and then some of the boys who are at my age, those who can afford cell phones, they could just make us to watch pornography, and then we will watch it. But I think it was a bit embarrassing. But I remember at my school, there was it was like a standard of watching it. But they were not afraid. They will watch it even in the class. But remember, I was born again. So when I'm watching it, I will like browse, like just skipping, but watching, skipping, but watching. You see, because I didn't want to have that thing. Yo, this guy is blog and he's watching pornography, and then that's where I get exposed. And then fast forward, the time came I was able to buy my own cell phone. Like in 2009, my first cell phone was E250. I think I think some people are familiar with E250. It was a Motorola brand. You like swipe it like this. Yeah, it was one of the good phones. And but in that phone, I started to share some videos from other guys who had the phones. I will send it via Bluetooth in my phone. Sometimes I will keep it for a week and delete it, because when I was watching it, I was like, hey, this thing, it embarrassed me. But I lose interest in it, because there was nothing that was like benefiting me. It was just like watching, and I will be arousing. You get the point. And times goes by. Fast forward to 2015. I was in Gauteng. There I was working. I was like, I can afford to buy my cell phone. Can afford to buy a cell phone. But the story changed with my salvation when I get to Gauteng. I begin to date, having like a girlfriend. I begin to date, having like a girlfriend. And I dated some with few people. I dated with them. And then that's where the thing of masturbation. And let me just I think that I'm leaving some minor details behind, because before I went to Gauteng, I didn't went to Gauteng in like 2015. I was already there in 2015. I think I went to Joburg like in 2012 January. Yes. And then I stayed there until 2016. And 2017 I came back home. I came back to Eastern Cape. And that's where between 2006, 2015 and 17, that's where I was real caught up in pornography and masturbation. But prior that time, I said that I was born again in 2006. Remember, growing up in the village, there was a time in my life, like 2009, I just left e-salvation and got some, like, I was having girlfriends. So with the girlfriend, I will have like sexual intercourse. Yeah, but I had few interaction with ladies during that window, and then when I go to Joburg, I was no longer. I was a fallen I was a fallen soldier. Yeah, that's what I can say. And when I was in Joburg, that's where I began to date more extensively. Then I meet new people, and then I had girlfriend like for like a year in Joburg. So that's where me interacting with that person, of course, she was more exposed than me to the things, and then to to the things of internet. And then when we watch pornography, and then that thing begin to click. Those videos that I used to watch when I grew up, and the things that I used to see, they came up, and then I got caught up really in watching pornography. And after that, what happened is that I got into masturbation, and then that's where it get real bad. It's really bad when it comes to masturbation, because after doing it, you will feel like guilt. You will feel guilt. I tried to abstain from it. I don't want to do it for a month, but it will come back. Boom, boom, and then when it comes back, it comes like it was like a spring, and then it will hit you so hard, and it's like you won't survive it. It's like you have no choice here. It's like something that you have to do. That's how strong pornography and masturbation is. It's like you must. It's like eating food. You know that food is essential to you. So that's how it is in pornography and masturbation. And to fast forward the long story, I came back from Joburg in 2016 on December. Then I stay at home like the whole 2017. I stay home, and then I was like going through this thing. Like I want to stop it. And in the late, I believe late 2000, and it was like in September, so 2017, my brother went to play his video. That's my brother. I came after him. What he did, he take me to Mthatha. So my hometown is in Ngcobo, and I went to Mthatha. And then when we were at Mthatha, so he was living at the university. So I will just enter, give a security my IDs, then I will say, okay, this person is a visitor. And then what he did for me is that he take me to a certain class. Then around 2017, I got interested on reading book, right? Because there was nothing that I was doing at home. I was just sitting there. So I began to read books. It's where I finished Robert Kiyosaki book and many other books that I accomplished. But what he did is that he take me to this class. I think most of people who are fellowshipping in the Assemblies of God, they will know Mr. Gonya, and with his classes of MSG. Then we were at MSG class. It is like a spiritual class where maybe people who are gathered, they will be taught about the importance of spiritual gift. They will be taught. That's where I discover that I have a gift in those classes. And what it triggered me to try by all means to live a life that is holy was like the things that people were saying to me. Like those people who were in MSG, they have a sharp word of knowledge. They will give you word of knowledge. They will give you like prophets. I say, wow, though I am doing this and God is still have a plan for me, and I felt like I'm living is a sinful life. My life that I was living was a sinful. And God can say these things to me. You see? And I came in 2018. I came to Mthatha, and then I came to live here. And then I resumed school. I was at college studying civil engineer, like NCV. Then after that, in 2018, I wanted so much to live whole, because what was happening is that my gift was growing also, and then this day there's this kind of life in another side that is not holy. I pray and I beg God, but I finally broke and tell my brother, hey bruh, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm going through. Like in the late 2018, I tell him, this is what I'm going through now. And what he said to me was like, do not stop praying about it. Your struggle, don't stop praying about it. Pray for it. And I knelt down, he prayed for me. And I think by him saying, I think maybe he was going to judge me, say that, how man, I've trusted you, I think that you are living good, but he did not do those things. He said, do not stop praying about this. Don't stop praying. And I never stopped praying. I asked God to help me. God help me. Every day, God help me. God help me. God help me. So, the story is going to continue. Watch out for, I will call it episode 2. And be sure that you subscribe on the channel. And have a good day. Thank you very much. Episode 2 is coming very, very soon. Very soon is coming. And we are going to continue with the story. And I will tell you when the Lord began to deliver me. Yes. Thank you very much.